All right. All right, we're live. Let's see here. Okay. Ms. Benz, I sent you a message with a link for the family if you can forward that to them. All right, we ready at the jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court. Today is October the 16th, 2022. The time is 10:56 a.m. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court first appearance. My name is Judge Daniel Nagel. I'm going to go over some preliminary information and preliminary instructions with each of you. So please do yourselves a favor and listen closely, because what I tell you now will be useful for you when I meet with you individually about your particular case. First and foremost, this is an informative hearing. This is not an evidentiary hearing. What that means is this: we are going to go over information about your particular case. This is not an opportunity for you to present any defenses, any arguments, any evidence, or explain to me why either A, you should not have been arrested, B, you should not have any particular charge against you, or C, any defenses that you may have. If you want to discuss those things, wait for the appropriate time. This is being live streamed over YouTube, so the district attorney's office, law enforcement, the solicitor general's office, they can come back and watch this. So anything that you say could potentially be used against you. Do yourselves a favor. Do not give away your defense or your strategy and just hand it over to the people who are going to be prosecuting you. Okay? So it may be difficult, but do not talk to me about the facts of your case. Only answer the questions that I ask you directly. All right? The information that I'm going to go over with you, I'm going to ask you to state your name. Please state your name clearly so that I can hear you. Some of you may be wearing facial masks, which may distort the sound of your voice and the ability for me to hear you. I don't need you to yell. I just need you to talk clearly so we can establish that you are who I need to be speaking with. I'm then going to let you know the charges that are against you. I will let you know if they are a misdemeanor or if they a felony charge, okay? I'll then let you know if there's going to be a bond that's going to be set in your case. If there is a bond set, I will go ahead and let you know right now. I do not know, and it's not the role of the court to tell you how much that equals if you go through a bonding company, all right? I will tell you this, as a practicing attorney over the past 10 years, typically, whatever your bond amount is, if you go through a bonding company, it's somewhere between 15 and 20%, okay? So as an example for easy math, if your bond is $1,000, if you go through a bonding company, it will be somewhere between $150 and $200. So if you use 1,000 as a base, you just scale that up. If it's 2,000, that means it would be 300 to 400, okay? Or 300 to 600, I'm sorry. Either way, please do not ask me how much it would be, because my response is going to be, I don't know. I don't run a bonding company. I don't have any interest in a bonding company, okay? Your other option is that you may go through the sheriff's department directly and pay your bond. Again, there may be some type of fees or costs associated with that. You will need to discuss that with the sheriff's department, okay? Also, I will go over any special conditions of your bond. There are a few most common types of special conditions. Special condition number one is a no contact. No contact is very simple. Don't have contact with that person. They don't exist in your world, because if they exist in your world, guess what? You go back to jail. And if you violate the no contact provision of your bond, you potentially subject yourself to new charges, such as violation of a bond condition, which I believe is a felony in the state of Georgia. Also, if you violate your bond conditions and you catch a new charge, guess what a judge is not likely to do? grant you another bond because you have then established a pattern of not listening to the court. So if part of your bond condition is to not have any contact with someone, do yourself and do all of us a favor and do not have contact with them. That includes text messaging, calling, Instagram, Skype, Kik, WhatsApp, Twitter, Bumble, Tumblr, whatever creative way that you think that you can have contact with somebody. Guess what? If police have been involved one time, police will get involved again. It doesn't matter what you think your relationship is like with this person once you get out of jail. Don't put yourself in that situation, okay? The other type of special condition is a no violent contact. This is less restrictive. It means that you can be around that person. You can live with them, you can hang out with them, you can do whatever it is that you want with them. However, do not do anything that would be considered violent, okay? That means yelling, cussing, throwing things, punching holes in walls, smashing glasses, throwing cell phones, anything like that. And guess what? You go back to jail, okay? You do not pass go. This is not Monopoly. You are in violation of a bond condition and you go to jail again. And if you value your freedom, like I would hope that most of you do, you don't want to end up back at the Clayton County Jail, all right? The last most common special condition is a stay away from an incident location. If you are to stay away from an incident location, it's very simple. Don't go there. If it's a store, shop with somewhere else. If it's a house, go live somewhere else. It may be difficult for you to stay away from a certain location, and I understand that. However, the court has a duty to protect not only yourself, but everyone in the community from any type of situation. So if it is a residence that you need to get your belongings, we will talk about how you can do that. It's very simple. I will put in your bond order that you may return to the residence, but you need to do so with the sheriff's department. That's for your safety and the safety of everyone else at that residence, okay? So if I say, don't go to this location, and you say, Judge, I have things I need to get, all right, I will put in your bond conditions that you can go back, but you have to follow the proper protocol. Don't just show up waving the paper saying the judge said I could come get my stuff. That's not what you need to do, okay? You'll need to make arrangements with the sheriff's department, and they will escort you there to ensure that you don't get in any trouble and everyone else there doesn't get in any trouble. All right. I will also go over with you your next court date. Pay attention, everyone. Your next court date, if you do not bond out of jail, will be your preliminary hearing date. For those of you with misdemeanors, it is going to be October the 25th, which is in 9 days. For those of you with felonies, it is going to be October the 26th, which is in 10 days. If you have a mixture of felonies and misdemeanors, you will get October the 26th because the felonies take precedent over misdemeanors, okay? Pay attention to this. If you bond out of jail, you do not have to appear for your preliminary hearing. Your case will automatically be bound over to state court for misdemeanors and superior court for felonies. However, it is your responsibility to make sure that your address and your contact information is good with the court clerk's office, okay? There's no telling how long it could be before your arraignment court date if you bond out of jail. But if you move, if you change emails, phone numbers, whatever the case may be, it's not on the court to track you down, it's on you to let them know. So if you don't do it and in 4 months from now, you have court and you don't show up, guess what? Bench warrant, okay? That means that you are going to be wanted, and when you come into contact with police officers, they're going to arrest you. And it may be a while before you get that addressed. So please make sure that your information is good with the clerk's office. I will also ask you if you want to hire your own attorney or if you want court-appointed attorney. All of you had the opportunity to fill out a paperwork or some paperwork for a court-appointed counsel. If you did not fill it out, I can only assume that you want to represent yourself, which is a bad idea, or that you have hired an attorney to represent you. If you did not fill out your paperwork and now you want a court-appointed attorney, it may get a little bit embarrassing for you because I'm going to have to ask you questions that are being live streamed in front of everyone. All right. So if you didn't fill it out and you want a court-appointed attorney, I have to ask you questions to see if you qualify. If you are hiring your own attorney, that's fine. Just let me know. And they'll need to file the appropriate paperwork with the court system to let the courts know that they are going to represent you. You can change your mind at any time. If you get a court-appointed attorney now and you want to switch later, there's no problem. If you want to hire your own attorney now, but can't afford to do so, or for whatever reasons things go wrong, you need a court-appointed attorney later, again, no problem, all right? Lastly, if a charge is dismissed against you, it may be all of your charges or it may be one of your charges. I'll discuss with you about that, but please keep in mind that if I dismiss a charge against you today, it doesn't mean it won't come back in the future, okay? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I have a very low threshold to keep the charges against you. I don't need beyond a reasonable doubt like a conviction or for a jury trial. I just need probable cause, which means that probably something happened that was illegal, okay? However, if I dismiss a charge, it's because there was a fundamental flaw in the information that was provided to me. Maybe there wasn't a witness name, maybe there wasn't an element met, there was some information that I was lacking. However, for misdemeanors, I believe the statute of limitation is 2 years, and felonies, the statute of limitation is 4 years, okay? I can't tell you whether the DA's office or law enforcement or solicitor's office will bring back any charges, and I can't tell you if they will upgrade any charges. My job is just to review the information that's in front of me, handle it accordingly, and make you aware of your rights, okay? Now, we're about to begin the individual sessions. But before we do so, I need everyone to participate by raising your right hand, please. All right, do you swear or affirm the information that you are going to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You may say, I do. All right, with that being said, Ms. Benz, what is the name of your client, please?
Archie Prater, P-R-A-T-E-R.
Is that male or female?
Male.
Okay. Let's do Mr. Prater quick, and then we can, y'all can let me know if you want to switch to the males or females. All right, give me just one moment. Give me 1 second, Ms. Benz. I'm
No
sorry.
problem.
I had you down as having a different. Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Give me 1 moment. Let me get Mr. Prater. Sir, can you tell me your full name, please?
Archie Prater.
Okay. Mr. Prater, I understand that you're being represented by Ms. Benz. Is that correct?
That seems to be correct.
Okay. All right. Mr. Prater, you are charged with 1 count of battery. That is a misdemeanor. You are entitled to a bond, and I'll hear from Ms. Benz in just a moment. But whatever your bond amount is going to be, you will have a special condition to not have any contact with Melissa Morrison. And it's my understanding that this person does not live with you. Is that correct?
They live next door, Your Honor.
Got it. Understood. Okay. Well, you know, since this person doesn't live with you, obviously there's no restriction on you going to your house. Just do not have any contact with her. I understand that's your neighbor, but don't wave, don't look, don't text message, don't help her get the mail or push her trash can over on her side or anything like that. Okay. You just pretend that this person does not exist in your world. Okay. Other than that, your only other special condition is to not violate the laws of the state of Georgia. Okay. Your next court date, actually, I know what I'm missing. I forgot the court appointed counsel. I know you don't need it, but I have to fill it out. Give me 1 second, sir. Well, all right, there we go. All right. The next court date for you, sir, is going to be on October the 25th. However, if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Now, before I ask you if you have any questions, I'm going to let Ms. Benz, if she would like to make a statement on your behalf as it relates to your charges in the bond.
Judge, we would just ask for a reasonable bond on these charges. My primary reason for coming on this morning is like Mr. Prater said, this was his neighbor, and I just wanted to make sure that the special conditions didn't involve him not being able to return back to his residence. They've lived there since the 1990s. And this is, it's a, property line dispute. And so I just wanted to ensure that he'd be able to return back home. He is employed. He's not currently on any probation or anything. And so, Your Honor, we'd ask that you just grant a reasonable bond on the charge.
Okay. Yes. Well, I try to be as reasonable as I can. I will tell you, Mr. Prater, I've lived in the county for almost 39 years, which is my whole life. And I can't tell you how many murder cases were between neighbors. It seems very odd, but it's more common than one would think. So, we don't want any Hatfield and McCoy situations going on here. It's sometimes, you get to choose your friends, but you don't necessarily get to choose your family and your neighbors. It may be difficult, but you are a grown up. And so you just need to conduct yourself in a grown up type manner. And, don't worry about what other people are doing. You just mind your business, and you let Miss Benz do a good job for you and represent you down the road. And as long as you don't get any further trouble, this shouldn't hopefully be a big issue for you. Okay. I am going to set a bond. Let me see here. Okay, so you 40 years old. All right, I am going to set a bond at $3,000. Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So, Mr. Prater, I'm setting a bond at $3,000 with the special conditions to not have any contact with your neighbor. All right. I'm sure Ms. Benz will go over to you how seriously that special condition is, but keep in mind the special condition is on you, not your neighbor. So if she wants to wave at you and talk to you and stuff like that, she's not the one under a court order to not do so. Okay. It's on you. So you have to just pretend she doesn't exist. All right. Do you have any questions about your case or anything that I've gone over with you, sir?
No.
Okay. Ms. Benz, do you have any questions?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Prater. Well, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Be excused.
Yes, ma'am. Have a nice day.
You too.
All right. What's your name?
Tamara Cummings.
All right. Miss Cummings. Ms. Cummings, you are charged with one count of affray. I have reviewed the warrant and I'm dismissing it. I don't think there's enough evidence there on what was provided to me. So if you don't have any pending charges in Clayton County or anywhere else, if you don't have any holds, just be patient. Give us time to get the information over to the sheriff's office, and they'll get a copy of the dismissal and then they'll let you go. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. You're good to go. Good luck to you. What's your name?
Dominique Dickerson.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I had to adjust the volume. Okay, let's see. All right, Ms. Dickerson, you are charged with one count of forgery in the first degree, which is a felony, and one count of identity fraud, also a felony. I am going to set a bond in your case. The bond is going to be $2,000 on each charge, so that's a total of $4,000. Okay, are you going to be able to make that?
I'm not sure. I have to make a phone call.
Okay, all right. Well, your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? But if you don't bond out, that'll be your next court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Appoint one for me.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
You said each bond is 2,000 for each charge.
That's right.
That's all the questions.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Joyce Graham.
All right, Ms. Graham, you are charged with 1 count of criminal trespass and 1 count of battery. They are both misdemeanors. All right. I am going to grant a bond of $1,500 on the criminal trespass and $3,500 on the battery. So the total bond is $5,000. You do have a special condition to not have any contact with Marvin Huff. Now, does that person, do y'all reside together or no?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay, let me see. Who's, is that a house or an apartment on Garden Walk?
It's an apartment. Both of our names are on the lease.
Got it, okay. Do you have somewhere else that you can go?
Currently, no, I do not, sir.
Well,
Is it possible we can make it non-violent or something so that I can get, go back to Buffalo, New York? I'm not from Georgia. I
Yeah.
can go back to New York until I have time,
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I only reserve no violent contact for things where there's not physical contact made. For example, if you, this is just an example, if you slammed a door or punched a hole in the wall and there was no physical contact, then I would consider it. But the allegations as are, unfortunately, I have to be consistent across, not only your case, but everybody else's case. And it wouldn't be fair for me to do that for you and not be consistent for everyone else. So unfortunately, I can't. I can appreciate the situation that you're in.
So what do to kind of make this work is what I'm asking.
That's going to be, that's going to be a very difficult,
Family or I can try to move it.
Let the judge talk.
Oh, okay.
yeah, don't say anything, okay? Trust me, it's in your best interest to not go into things unless I ask you a specific question, okay? I have to be consistent, and so I didn't say it wasn't going to be difficult. I just said, you're going to have to figure it out. However, I am putting that you can go back to the residence to get your belongings, but you're going to have to use the sheriff's department, okay? You just don't show up there with the paperwork saying that I can come back. You need to follow the proper protocol, all right? Now, once your case is resolved or an attorney gets a judge to modify this, right? They can file motions to modify your bond conditions to no violent contact or whatever it is that you want to do. That's fine, okay? But until that happens, you can't go back there and you can't have any contact with Mr. Huff. All right. Your next court date is going to be on October the 25th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I'll take the appointed attorney.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have any other questions?
No, sir, I do not.
All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Donna Nike Renee Morgan.
All right. All right, Ms. Morgan, give me just a moment. All right. Ms. Morgan. Oh. All righty. You were charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act under warrant ending in 9/11. The bond is going to be $3,000. Another count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act under warrant ending in 9/14. The bond is $3,000. Speeding under warrant ending in 9/15. The bond is $1,000. DUI left safe, warrant ending in 9/16. The bond is $3,500. An open container violation, warrant ending in 9/17. The bond is $500. Let me see here. The two violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, those are felonies. The rest are misdemeanors. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. But if you bond out of jail, you don't have to appear for that court date. Your total bond is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $11,000. Okay, $11,000 total bond. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I'm gonna go with the appointed attorney, sir.
Okay, all right. Do you have any questions about your case?
You said that if I decided not to go with the appointed attorney, at any time I can change my mind.
That's correct.
And who do I get in contact with? I guess once I get in touch with my attorney, he'll get in touch with the judge.
Yes, that's correct. If you hire your own attorney, they know what to do, or they should know what to do. They know how to put their paperwork in to let the court know that you're represented.
You say the bond was 11,000?
That's right. Anything else? All right,
No,
good luck
sir.
to you.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Juana Stringfellow.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Let me grab the paperwork. All right, Ms. Stringfellow, you were charged with one count of expired or tag or no license plate, misdemeanor, that's 500. No insurance, that's misdemeanor, 1,000, and driving without a valid license or suspended license bond is 1,500. So your total bond is $3,000. Okay. They're all misdemeanors, no felonies. So your next court date is going to be on October the 25th. But if you bond out, you don't have to go to that court date. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I take the appointed one.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, females that I have. All right, sir, what's your name?
Alfred Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you were charged with one count of improper lane change. The bond is $500. You were charged with one count of DUI, alcohol less safe. The bond is $3,000. You were charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. The bond is $5,000. And you are charged with one count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime. The bond is $3,500. So your total bond is going to be $12,000 total. Okay. Because you have a felony charge, your preliminary hearing date is going to be on October the 26th. But if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
You can appoint one for me.
All right, do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Jonathan Carter.
Okay. All right, Mr. Carter, you are charged with one count of theft by taking. I believe the way it's written, it's a misdemeanor charge. Okay. So your next court date is going to be on October the 25th. Now you do have some special conditions, so pay attention, and it shouldn't be a problem for you, but do not have any contact with Shaniqua Omo Abu. Now you don't even know who that person is, do you? Okay, good. Well, then it should be very easy for you to stay away from them and not speak to them because you don't even know who they are anyway. Also, do not return back to the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport unless you are lawfully allowed to be there for travel or employment. So if you're not employed at the airport and you're not traveling, hold on, I'll let you ask a question in a second. If you do not have a job there and you are not traveling, don't go to the airport, okay? Now, again, your next court date is October the 25th, and I'll let you ask a question in a second. But do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you? Appoint one? Okay. I got some feedback. You said you appoint one, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Now, what is your question, Mr. Carter?
I work at the airport security.
Okay, that's fine. If you still work there, then that's fine. But you know, if for whatever reason you no longer work there, don't go back. Does that make sense? I put in your bond order, as long as you are legally working there and you're employed there, you can go there. Okay.
I won't know until I go.
What?
I won't know until I actually step out because I haven't talked to them since last night when I was at work.
Yeah, I understand your situation. Look, here's the bottom line. I know your situation. I read the facts of the case. If you go there and you find out you're still employed, great. If you go there and they say you're no longer employed, don't make a fuss, just leave and go find another job. You're not going to get in trouble because I put in there, as long as you're lawfully employed or you're legally traveling, then you're good to go. But any other reason, just don't go back, okay? All right, do you have any other questions? All right, good luck to you, sir.
First and last name.
All right, what's your name?
Untitled Chapter.
All right. Mr. Irvins. Give me just a second, sir. All right, Mr. Irvins, you are charged with one count of aggravated assault family violence. That is a felony. The bond is going to be $6,000. You're also charged with one count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is going to be $3,000. So your total bond is going to be $9,000. Okay. Now, you do have special conditions to not have any contact with Gloria Paramo. Okay. So just like I said earlier, you pretend that that person doesn't exist in your life. Okay. Now, let's see. Are y'all, does she stay at the address with you down in Hampton?
No.
Okay. Well, then I don't need to keep you away from that address, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, if she shows up there, just know that the restriction is not on her, it's on you. Okay. So wherever she is, you don't be. All right. So if she's somewhere and you see her, you turn around and go the opposite direction. You're going to end up right back here. All right. Now, your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
I would like you to appoint one for me.
Okay. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
What is my total bond again?
9,000. So 10% is 900 plus half of that is 450, 1350, and then 1350 to 1800 if you do 15 to 20%. Okay.
All right.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
Darius Green.
Okay. You got to speak up, Mr. Green, because you're wearing a mouth covering and I can't hear you.
Quintarius Green.
All right, Mr. Green, you're charged with one misdemeanor count of speeding, bond is 500, and one misdemeanor count of driving without either a valid or a suspended license. The bond is 1,500. Your total bond is going to be $2,000. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on October the 25th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do? Okay. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name?
Andre Kendrick.
Okay. Give me just a moment, Mr. Kendrick. All right, Mr. Kendrick, you are charged with one count of criminal attempt to enter an auto. The bond is going to be $2,500. That is a felony offense, so your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now, it's my understanding that you were arrested and you have a co-defendant. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You got to speak up. I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay. As a special condition of your bond, you are not to have any contact whatsoever with Amir Wilkins. So I don't know if y'all are friends, don't really care, but y'all got in trouble together while this case is pending for your own good and for his own good. I don't know who's the bad influence here, if you're both bad influences or y'all are just being dumb. Either way, don't have any contact with him. So if you think that Instagram and Facebook, if you think all that is private, guess what? It ain't. Law enforcement can get into it and you'll never know it. So if you start talking to him and texting or Instagramming or whatever it is, they'll find out. And, you know, the DA's office has changed in the past few years and they dig into stuff like that. So if you enjoy your freedom, I would highly suggest that you pay attention right now before you end up in a lot worse position. Let's see, you're 17, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you still in school or are you done with school?
I'm still in school.
Okay. What school do you go to?
Lovejoy High.
Okay. What grade are you in?
10th.
Okay. Do you do any sports or extracurricular activities in the school? No? All right. Do you have a part-time job or are you just doing school full-time?
I'm doing school.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, then I'm going to make it a special condition of your bond that you stay enrolled full-time in high school and that you maintain a passing average. All right. So what that means is I'm trying to help you out because I was a prosecutor in the DA's office for almost 4 years at the beginning of my law career. And the most common type of person that I saw, the most common type of inmate in Clayton County was 19 to 26-year-old Black males. Guess how many of them didn't finish school? Probably about 85% of them. So if you enjoy being locked up and not doing what you want to do, hanging out with your friends, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to beat the odds and be successful, right, then pay attention right now, because this is your wake-up call. All right. So you're either going to abide by the court order and we'll never see you again, and you'll get past this and you'll have a very productive life, or you'll keep coming back and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay. I enjoy my freedom, and I imagine that you don't like deputies yelling at you and telling you what to eat, when to go to bed, who you can talk to, who you can't talk to. Right?
Yes.
All right. Now you didn't fill out your form, so what do you want to do about a lawyer? Do you want me to appoint one, or do you want to hire one? You want to represent yourself? What do you want to do?
Point one.
Okay. Is there a reason why you didn't fill out the form?
I didn't think I needed one at first.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, on the grand scheme of things, is this the most serious thing you could get in trouble for? Probably not. But at the same time, it's still a felony. And the penalty for criminal attempt is half that of what the underlying charge is. I believe entering auto is 5 years. So you're looking at, if I'm correct, and I'm not saying that I am, but you're looking at 2.5 years in the state penitentiary. So you definitely want to get a lawyer. You're not married, are you?
No.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. All right. I will appoint a lawyer for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
What is my bond again?
$2,500. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Don't have any contact with your co-defendant. All right. What's your name, sir?
Bernard Lemon.
All right. Mr. Lemon, you were charged with 1 count of driving under the influence to the extent that it's less safe. The bond is going to be $4,500, and failure to use signal before stopping or improper stopping. Bond is $500. So your total bond is $5,000. Okay. They're both misdemeanors. So your next court date is going to be on October the 25th. But if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date. All right. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You said I could change it at any time, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
So, yes, sir. So right now, if you will, you can appoint one for me.
Okay. I will do that for you, Mr. Lemon. Do you have any questions about your case, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Lemon.
All right, thank you.
First and last name.
What's your name?
Mr. Mendoza.
Mendoza. Okay, hold on 1 second, Mr. Mendoza. Martinez is continued. All right, Mr. Mendoza. All right, Mr. Mendoza, you were charged with 1 misdemeanor count of criminal trespass. The bond is $1,500. 1 misdemeanor count of simple battery. The bond is $3,500. So your total bond for everything is $5,000. Okay, $5,000. Now, do not have any violent contact with Mary Lambert. So you can be around her, you can live with her, all that. Just don't yell, don't scream, don't throw things and things like that. Okay.
What?
Huh?
My own house?
What?
Criminal trespass?
He said it's criminal trespass in his own house.
Oh, give me 1 second. So here's the thing. You may have a defense to that later on down the road, okay? You just need to talk to a lawyer about that. I'm not saying that you're guilty of the charge. I'm just saying there's enough evidence to keep it going, okay? So don't talk to me about that. Talk to your lawyer and they'll get that handled, okay? But don't talk about it right now. Your next court date is going to be on October the 25th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want to appoint one? You want me to appoint one for you?
You can find one for me.
Okay. All right, I will do that. So just make sure you talk to your lawyer about your defenses to your charges, okay?
Okay.
All right, do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. All right, what's your name, sir?
He's Rutland, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Rutland. You are charged with one count of discharging a firearm near a highway or roadway. The bond is $2,500, and reckless conduct. The bond is $3,500. So your total bond is $6,000. Now, both of those charges are misdemeanor charges. So your next court date is in October the 25th. However, if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Rutland, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Appoint one for now.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rutland. Listen, I'm all for everyone exercising their rights, their constitutional rights and things like that. But I mean, you're 22 plus 7, 29. You're almost 30 years old, man. You don't need to be coming here for stuff like this. You're too old for that. Okay. If you were like 19 or 20, you know, okay. But you got to be very careful, man, because if something went wrong and something went crazy, guess what? You'd be here on a whole different scenario. And it would just be sad, to be quite honest. It would just be sad and unfortunate. So, you know, with all of your rights comes a great responsibility to make sure that you don't infringe upon other people's rights. Now, luckily that didn't happen, but I don't ever want to see you back here again on something like this. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
You said it was 6,000 for my bond?
Yes, sir. That is correct. 6,000 total bond.
Yes, sir. I'm good.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Don't come back.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name, sir?
What's my name is Smith?
Octavius Smith. All right.
Quantavious Smith.
Quantitative. Gotcha. All right, Mr. Smith, you have some old charges and new charges. You were charged with one misdemeanor count of criminal trespass under a warrant ending in 379. The bond is $2,000. Simple assault warrant ending in 380. The bond is $3,000. Terroristic threats or acts, the warrant ending in 381. The bond is $5,000. And then one more, I can't read my own writing. One more simple assault, the bond is $4,000. Okay. So your total bond is $14,000. Okay. That's your total bond. Now, you are not to have any contact with Caressa Smith. It looks like the first charges were there. You didn't come into contact with law enforcement, and then turn around and pick up the new charge with the same person. So I don't know what type of relationship you all have, but it's not good for each other because you keep getting the police called on you, and that's not good for you. And it's definitely not good for the county. So just stay away from her. Do you need to get any, the address that you provided, 240 apartment G13. Does she stay there?
Yes, we both do.
Okay, well, you can't be around her, so you can't go there as long as she is there. So if she leaves,
Right.
you can go there, but if she doesn't leave, you can't go there, okay? Now I'm gonna put on here that you can go to the address if you want to get your belongings, but you just have to do it through the sheriff's office, okay? Don't just show up on your own and say that I'm here to get my stuff, because apparently y'all two don't mix well together, okay? Your next court date is going to be on October. The terroristic threats is the only felony charge. The rest are misdemeanors. The next court date is October the 26th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date, okay? Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Point one for me.
Okay, all right, I will do that for you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir. All right, what's your name?
Melvin Scott.
All right. Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott, you are charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. The bond is $10,000, and one count of use or possession of drug-related objects. The bond is $1,000. So your total bond is $11,000. Now, if you do bond out, I think that they'll just take you to the other areas where you need to address some matters. But if you don't bond out, then your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. And then your attorney and you and the DA's office can work out how y'all want to address this situation, and maybe in conjunction with the other situations. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
You can appoint one for me.
Okay. All right. I will do that. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir?
D'Angelo Stewart.
All right. All right, Mr. Stewart.
Sir.
All right, Mr. Stewart, you are charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, warrant number ending in 948. The bond is $3,000. Drug-related objects, warrant ending in 949. The bond is $1,000. Possession of a firearm during commission of a crime, warrant ending in 950. The bond is $5,000. Trafficking in methamphetamine or amphetamine, warrant ending in 951. The bond is $15,000. Another count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, warrant ending in 952. The bond is $3,000. Improper use of a horn, bond is $500. Another count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, warrant ending in 954. The bond is $2,500. Driving on the wrong side of the roadway, warrant ending in 955. The bond is $500. And open container violation, warrant ending in 956. The bond is $500. So there's a mix of traffic offenses and then felony offenses in here. So I'll just tell you your total bond amount is going to be, let's see, 4, 5 plus 15 is 20. That's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So the total bond amount is $31,000 even. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. But if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Can you appoint one for me for now?
Yes, I will do that for you, Mr. Stewart.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, Mr. Stewart.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right, what's your name, sir?
Even Terrell.
All right. Mr. Terrell, you were charged with one count of driving on a either suspended or revoked license. The bond is 1,500. Expired or invalid or no tag, the bond is 500, and failure to have headlights on, the bond is 500. Your total bond is $2,500. They're all misdemeanor charges. And your next court date is going to be on October the 25th. But if you bond out, you do not have to go to that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I don't need an attorney. I hire
Okay.
an attorney. I can request a signature bond.
I'm sorry?
Request a signature bond.
All right, request received, however denied. Bond is 2,500. So you do not want an attorney, is that correct?
No. I don't want
Okay.
a court appointed.
Okay, so you're gonna hire your own attorney?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, well, just make sure that whoever it is that you hire, they file the appropriate paperwork and they should know what to do, okay? All right, good luck to you, sir. All right, what's your name?
Antonio Turner, sir.
All right. All right, Mr. Turner, you are charged with one count of battery, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is going to be $4,000. You are charged with one count of possession of firearm by a felon. I'm dismissing that charge against you.
Thank you, sir.
Remember what I told you earlier, right? It doesn't mean that the charge is gone forever. They could bring the charge back if they want to. I'm not going to tell them to. I have no idea whether they're going to do that or not. The reason why I'm dismissing is because I don't have any proof that you're a convicted felon. So can't keep it. They didn't put any information in there. So I'm not going to grant that warrant because I don't have the information that I need. Okay. But just be aware it could come back later on down the road. Okay. I don't want you to, maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's kind of like playing the lottery. Now you do have a special condition of your bond. Okay. Do not have any contact with Keandra Williams. Okay. Don't pretend that person does not exist. Let me see. How old do you, my understanding is that a relative to you?
My stepdaughter.
Got it. How old is she?
19, sir.
Okay, so she's an adult. Did she stay at that 6857 Power Street address?
No, she moved out with her boyfriend, sir.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, it looks like that's your address, so I just want to make sure that you can go back to your address and you're not put out, okay? Now, let's say that, I don't know if you're legally married or what your situation is, but let me just say this. If she goes back to that address, remember the restriction is on you, not on her. So whatever conversations that you need to have with your family and stuff about her coming over, if she's there, you leave, okay? Even if it's your house, okay? So maybe you have conversations to not have people bring her over just so you can stay tight and on the right path, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I dismissed the felony, your next court date is going to be on October the 25th because the misdemeanor is the only remaining charge. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
One for me, sir.
Okay, I will do that for you, Mr. Turner. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh. All right, what's your name?
Antonio Whitfield.
All right, Mr. Whitfield, you are charged with, excuse me, you are charged with one count of battery family violence. The bond is going to be $3,500, and one count of false imprisonment. The bond is going to be $3,500. Your total bond is going to be $7,000. Your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. because the false imprisonment is a felony. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Now, you have special conditions to not have any contact with Tamano Holland.
It's Tamara Holland.
Tamara, I'm sorry, I can't read my own. Tamarlo. It says here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just spelled like that. It's Tamara though.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate your honesty and letting me know. Well, anyway, just don't have any contact with that person until your case is resolved or the bond conditions gets changed. Okay. Now, does that person stay at the same address that you stay at?
Yes, me and her, that's my fiance. It was our anniversary.
No, hold on, hold on. No. Hold on. You're about to say something you don't want to say, my man. Trust me. Don't go there. Okay. I just needed to know if y'all stay together.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, look, here's the thing, and I'm sure you've heard me tell other people this. Don't go, you can't be where she is. So as long as she's there, you can't be there until your case is resolved or another judge changes it. So I'm going to put in here, excuse me, I'm going to put in here that you can go and get your stuff, but you have to use the sheriff's office to do it, okay? So don't go over there unless you're going over there to get your belongings with the sheriff's department so they can monitor that there won't be any future issues. Now, how y'all work y'all's situation out in the future is between y'all. But again, if the police are called on you one time, they'll get called on you again. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
You can appoint one.
Okay. Now, you didn't fill out your application. Why not?
I just at the time I'm discombobulated still. I'm still not be there, and I'm right now. I just wanted to rush and get the paperwork done. I apologize on my end. It's just I'm not here.
I got you.
I'm here.
I understand. It's a surreal feeling, sir. I can definitely appreciate that. All right, let me ask you a couple of questions. Okay, are you currently employed?
No.
Okay.
Actually, yes. I am.
Okay.
I work for the church.
Okay. Approximately, I don't need an exact amount, but approximately how much money do you make per month?
Around 1,200 a month.
Okay. If you told me 12,000, I was going to apply.
Apply?
Do you have any? Are you? No, you said fiance, so you're not currently married. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 8.
How many?
8.
Okay.
3.
How many of them are younger than 18, or is it all of them?
All of them.
Got it. All right, Mr. Stewart, or I'm sorry, Mr. Whitfield. You've got a large family, man. You gotta be outside, not inside the jail, to take care of them, sir.
Right. Yes. All
Have
right.
you ever been in the military before?
No.
Okay. All right, Mr. Whitfield, I am going to grant you court-appointed attorney. Okay. Now, as long as you follow the instructions that I gave you, you'll be all right, and you'll get through this, and you'll keep trucking along. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Can I ask for a signature bond?
Yes, you just did. Did you hear what I told the other guy?
I did, but I would rather you tell me as well.
I appreciate I appreciate the candor. However, look, when I come up with bond amounts, I look at the facts of the case. I look at how old you are. I look at, have you ever been in trouble before? I look at how serious it is. I look at all those things, right? I consider all of those things. And so I think all the judges, at least in Clayton County, do a really good job. I think we're all very fair. And so again, while I appreciate the candor, I'm not inclined to do that because if I'm given an OR bond, a signature bond, I might as well just throw the case out. You know, you heard me, I've dismissed cases. But this isn't one that I can dismiss because there's enough evidence. So I'm leaving the bond at $3,500 on each charge. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, how would it be false imprisonment if?
No, I'm not going into all that now. You want to talk about the facts of your case and stuff. I told you this is an evidentiary hearing. All right.
Right.
You'll have that opportunity. I promise you. Today ain't that day. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Oh, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name, sir? All right. Speak up for me, okay? All right.
Wilkins.
All right. Mr. Wilkins, you are charged with 1 count of criminal attempt to entering auto, which is a felony. I can fill out your paperwork. Give me a second. I am going to set a bond, and I'm treating you just like I'm treating your co-defendant. The bond is going to be $2,500. Okay. Because it is a felony, your next court date is going to be on October the 26th. But if you bond out of jail, you don't need to go to that court date. Okay. You do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Leandre Kendrick, who's the co-defendant. Did you hear all the things that I told him?
Some of it, yes.
Some of it? Okay. Let's see. You're 18 years old. Is that correct?
Sure.
All right. Are you currently in school or are you done with school?
I'm in school.
You're in school? Okay. What school?
High school.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
Junior.
Junior? Okay. All right. Are you, do you play any sports? Are you in any other activities in school? Run that by me one more time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about, are you working full-time in addition or part-time or just straight school and that's it?
I work, but it's not like for like I work for like my sister's dad, like, you know, like
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's good. Well, at least you got that going on. So here's the thing, man. I've been practicing law for 10 years. I was a DA for almost 4 years in Clayton County. I've grown up here. I've lived here my whole life. I used to live by Lovejoy High School. You don't want to come back, I would imagine, because you can't do what you want to do, can't hang out with who you want to hang out with, can't eat good food. I imagine that jail food sucks. And you don't want to get used to that. The most common type of person that I saw when I was in the DA's office was 19 to 26 black male. So this is a point in your life right now where you're either going to get yourself together and get right, or you'll be back over the course of the next 8 years, and it's just going to be jail time, jail time, jail time. Then it's going to be prison time, prison time, prison time, and then guess what? You're never going to be able to do what you do. You got to listen to somebody else. And I'm not one to listen to somebody else. I want to do what I want to do. And I think that's how most people are, right? So I'm going to put as part of your condition to keep your freedom, that you stay enrolled full-time at school, stay enrolled in high school, and maintain passing grades. Because if you do graduate from high school, or when you do, I'm gonna say you're gonna do it. When you graduate from high school, your chances of coming back go down a lot, a whole lot. Then you can either go to college if you want to, or trade school, or get a job or whatever. But as long as you keep yourself busy, you ain't gonna come back here. Which is the goal, I'm sure, of yourself, your family, your loved ones, and everything else. So I'm putting these conditions on you not to control you, but to help you so you can drop your bad habits, because I don't know who the bad influence is. I don't know if it's you on him or him on you, or when y'all get together, y'all just act dumb and do dumb things. But let's stop it right now so you don't set yourself up for a life of failure. Now, did they give you a piece of paper to fill out for a court-appointed attorney or no?
It did.
Okay, I didn't, give me just a second because I don't think I received yours. So I'll ask you.
Yeah.
He put
Oh,
refused on the top of.
Okay, give me just a second. I might need to, I might have just skipped over it. Mr. Wilkins, do you want to hire an attorney or do you want to have a court-appointed attorney?
I wanna get one from y'all from now.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second because I'm gonna turn my volume up. Okay, say that one more time.
What, y'all to appoint one for now?
Okay. All right. Well, is there a reason why you didn't fill out the form?
Because I didn't think I was gonna need one. But now I see
Yeah,
it.
I mean, you're looking at, if I'm not mistaken, entering auto is a 5-year felony and criminal attempt is half that. So you're looking at 2.5 years in prison. Would you want to go against a DA who's got years and years of experience and you don't have a lawyer and they're trying to put you in prison for 2.5 years? Or would you like a lawyer to help keep you out of that situation?
Lawyer?
There you go. All right. All right, hold on a second, sir. Because I need to get your application. I have Mr. Whitfield who said that he refused, but I don't see yours, so. Give me just a moment. Hey, deputies, his is not in the packet. Can we get him a form to sign it and then y'all can send it over to me?
His is the last one on the scan thing, on the email.
Yeah, I opened it up. I have in the email, I have 21 applications.
I'm gonna resend it to you.
Okay, the last one I have is Mr. Whitfield. He's number 21, so.
Okay, you need Wilkins?
Yes. Mr. Wilkins, just hold tight. Just a second, okay? Do you want a court-appointed attorney, sir? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So they'll send that over to me. Do you have any questions about your case or anything?
Yeah, you said my bond's gonna be how much again?
2,500, the same as the other gentleman.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
That's it.
Okay. All right, man. Well, you've got a choice to make. Either you're going to keep coming back or we'll never see each other again. It's up to you. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. I'm just waiting on them to send me your application and I'll sign.
All right, we'll get him to send that over. We'll get that sent over to you, Your Honor.
Okay. That's everybody that I have.
All right.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good day,
you.
Your Honor.
All right. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.